Child, 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 child. Hello, God. Hello, God. We are here. Hello, God. We are queer and we're trying to be everywhere. So please, if you haven't done so by now, hit that like button. Hello, God. Hold on, everyone. I apologize. All right. I sincerely apologize. Okay. Let the record reflect I will not be cammed up this evening because I am looking like a hot ass mess, to be honest with you. I am in the recovery process of being sick as hell. So I'm in the process of getting better, and I look like shit. Y'all know how it is, child. When you're sick, you look a mess. You're in that I really don't give a damn type of phase. So yeah, that's how I've been feeling. So I will not be cammed up. But like I said before, child, if you haven't done so by now, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell. That way, we'll be updated each and every time I'm uploading something new. Also, follow me on Instagram at YB Speaks. All right. Now, okay, because he wants me to make the announcement, I will make the announcement. Nephew, hello God, is back home. Okay, hello God. Uh, he is back. That's who was working my nerves just a few seconds ago. So I guess my nerves will continue to be worked, but all in good love. Pray for me. Okay. Everyone, thank you so much for joining me this evening. I wanted to go ahead. I have some things I got to do tomorrow. So I wanted to go ahead and get this Chasing Dallas season 6 reunion, honey, part 1 out of the way. And I'm going to be honest with you. There isn't much to discuss. We all know that. What's up, Lex? How you doing, boo? Everybody, what's up? D-boy, hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Um, there really isn't much to discuss. It's just, the reunion is, as Markel stated, it is for reconciliation. It is, to, air it all out to see, can we move forward? Amen. Bring an ending to some of these beefs and storylines that were, not truly finished or played out completely throughout the season. Um, but for me, how I look at reunions is it's just a regurgitation. You got a lot of the girls who are not going to be moved in their way. What's up, Devontae? How you doing, boo? You have a lot of the girls that will not be moved in their way, as we saw with this first part. They're standing 10 toes down, child. Someone consider it standing on business. Okay, I already did it. They know you're here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm not kidding up. So I know I look like shit. Thank you. Jesus. Um, what's up, the number one? Hello, how are you? Hello, hello. Jordan, how are you? Um, regurgitation and girls standing on business, regardless of, how it's all going to play out. I want to note something that had me on the floor. Okay. I don't know. One thing I love about Markel, shout out to Markel Logan, executive producer of Chasing Dallas Child, longtime supporter and friend of the platform. Okay. One thing I love about Markel is if you know him from the show when he was a cast member, Hello God, you want to talk about OGs, Markel is definitely OG in the web series game. And as a cast member, he never fell short, honey, of being messy and shady, serving truth and justice when it came to just being outright nice and nasty, honey, a little bit of Mariah Carey shade. I'm gonna play an audio of the introduction, just real quick, how he introduced, the reunion before the girls started walking out to their names being called. Y'all ready for that? Let's get into it just real quick, honey. Okay. Lip-
Wigs are snatched, but the secrets, oh, they are spilling all over. Trust me, tonight, we're tearing to the messiest season yet. Diss tracks, people on the run, messy hookah drama, two-timing barbers, friendships, and fish plates. Folks is beefing over there.
Did you hear the person in the background say two-timing barbers? Who was that? Was that Lamont trying to defend himself real quick? Was that Andario with a little piece of shady commentary in the background? That took me out. I was done. I was more done than Lauren Ingram's broccoli, bitch. Y'all remember Lauren Ingram's broccoli? Mm. That restaurant's still closed permanently. Let me stop before she sends a lawyer my way. Anyway, two-timing barber. I love it. It's true tea too. Anyway, um, with all reunions, we have to get into the things as it relates to the fashions, honey. Okay, the fashions. And I just got to tell you the very good truth. That's the only one I got. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll drink the. Go ahead. The fashions, honey. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. And what the things that I'm about to say is gonna be real shady. But off rip, I want to get the best dress, who I personally consider to be the best dress. And I think Chloe Hello Gone, her pre-show ensemble and her reunion ensemble slayed everyone. If her dress was an assassin, it would be John Wick. Hello Gone. La Femme Nikita, bitch. Coming through, slaughtering the girls in their sleep. No chance at all for survival. Amen. Chloe, hands down, we're talking about from hair and makeup to the dress. Even if she wore anything else, girl, hello gone. Just based on hair and makeup alone, she came, saw, and conquered the girls. Mr. Sandman, come and bring me a dream. Let me tell you something. She brought the dreams, girl. Hello God, and with those nasty reads that she served a little bit of truth and justice in, honey, throughout this part one, honey. I was living. She was serving. She definitely was serving. Very demure, very cutesy, but still giving you bad bitch energy. The ensembles were ensembling. She was and I don't know. They kept saying that Met Gala was the theme. I don't know how true that is. Again, I don't really pay attention, but I heard Met Gala being thrown around. And by looking at everybody, I'm just like, I don't see it at all. I don't. One thing I despise about Dallas reunions, to tell y'all the truth, and I've always said this, there's never any real cohesion with the reunions. It's so crazy to me that your confessional looks throughout the season end up being better than what you guys decide to wear down to the reunions. The it's just That's just my truth. Okay. But Chloe, hands down, best dressed. And I'm going to go ahead and go on a limb here and say, I think I have been privy to every reunion for every other Chasing Dallas platform. And I will give Chloe best dressed all across the board. I may not be wrong. I got bowls, bro, you can use. Like bowls I don't even use. What happened to those dishes? Did you bring those? Oh. What's underneath the sink? That big ass bag. Oh, okay. So, yes, honey. Chloe, hands down, was serving truth and justice. Chloe said, "Let me tell y'all girls something real quick. I'm coming through. What's up, Jace? How you doing? I'm coming through because you girls are not going to be holding my feet to the fire of life, child. Because let's tell the truth, and I'll include myself in this, okay? We have definitely drugged Chloe through the streets of life as it relates to her look, her fashion choices, and her hair, girl. But this reunion came, saw, and conquered. Um, I'm here for it. She definitely raised the bar for how the girls should be coming. Next best dress to me. You know what? I would say Lamont, but it definitely was giving prom. You can tell that him and Rachel had a engagement afterwards. Hello, God, because Rachel was definitely giving 1999, about to enter the 2000s, girl, honey. Hello, God, she was definitely giving prom cunt, and Lamont was giving prom king, okay, or queen. But you let Lamont tell a child he's the only man on the cast, so he was definitely giving prom king, and Rachel was giving prom cunt. The kind of prom cunt that gets pregnant that night. Hello, gone. It's giving love and basketball, girl. Hello, God. It's giving love and basketball. You got to put all your dreams to the side. Hello, God. While this nigga goes and sells his toilet spray to the girls. Hello, God. Whew, I'm telling you. Um, Nola, baby, I love you, but Rachel, no. I was not living for that outfit. That color was not her. She definitely should have did like a red. She definitely could have did all black look, girl. She could have did a different color. I was not living for that color. It gave, decade theme party vibes. Was not here for it, girl. I thought Carrie was gonna bust out of somewhere, girl, with pig blood all over her, girl, and she was gonna start mind fucking the kids into the wall, girl, and burning the gymnasium down, honey. Okay, hello God. And then she's gonna go home and break her mother's neck, child, and then burn the city down. Okay, that's what it was given to me. And you know what? Number one, let me tell you, I said the same thing, but I live in I had to tap myself on the shoulder when I was watching, and I was like, "Is she pregnant, girl? Is she really taking it that far? You gonna put a baby bump on, girl, like Beyonce did allegedly? Ooh, girl, remember that? Remember that tea, that gossip, that foo la la about Beyonce? Hello, guy, that little clip that goes viral every other year or so when she's walking onto that interview, and that baby bump go to smushing around. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm gonna get there, number one, and Devontae. I'm gonna get there. Um, I did like Lamont, but no. Rio, what is up? Like, do we have to throw an extra gay on everything, girl? Like, it's just like, how can we make this outfit scream gay? It's giving Days of Our Lives intro vibes, Or these are the days of our lives, like sand in the hourglass. The dun and their little music comes on, and then there's like a slow mo of him moving around, girl. Child, please. Okay, cat. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, my nephew has cats, and he brought cats, and I said I was okay with it, but now I'm regretting it. I love cats, but I don't like whiny cats. Shut up, bitch. Don't start. Girl, yeah. But Rio really messed me up. I think if he could have done away, hey. So I really do think that child, I'm telling you, yeah, Rio definitely lost me with that corsage child. Again, it was giving 1999 entering the 2000s girl prom. Um Zesty, I'm gonna just tell the truth, girl. Y'all know that viral clip. Is it Judge Mathis, child? You're poor. I think we have to be realistic. I think it's just you're poor. And it's okay, boo. I'm poor too. But I think that I could scrimmage up something down to the Ross. Hello, God. I think that I could scrimmage up something down to the Ross that would serve a lot more truth and justice than whatever hello, God. It was not giving, girl. It was giving poor. It was giving beyond poverty. I know the girls in the hood. Hello God, that would have sold that EBT, honey. Hello God, and he made that reunion work, honey. Look at Chloe. She's on the entire run. No, Beyonce. Okay. She is on the run, girl. Mama's out here serving body down to the streets of life, honey. Hello, God. She's selling shirts. She's hustling, girl. Y'all talk about her all day long, but look how y'all came to the reunion, honey. A moment of moments, and y'all did not serve, in my humble opinion. And I think that it's so true. I love people that love their style, but I think that Rio, you need to lose some weight. You need to let go of that alcohol weight, boo. I can tell by those bursting Roseanne cheeks. Hello, God. Shout out to Harviana. Period, girl. Those bursting Roseanne cheeks, girl. It's giving alcohol-y. Okay, alcohol-y, what the hell-y? Alcohol-y. Leave it alone, girl. Leave it alone. It's giving high blood pressure. It's giving swollen blood vessels. It's not giving you. It's not serving you justice, girl. You're eventually not going to be able to fit into those Charlie Sheen shirts. Hello, gone. You look like a roly poly. It's time to get in the gym. It's time to go sweat down to the Tyler, Texas, girl. Okay. Now it's also, in Rio, girl, like I said, I'm not Rio, Zesty, cut that hair. I don't know what in the bufanda is going on in the back, but it's time to go. It's time to wrap it up. It's a wrap. Shout out to Mariah. It's a wrap, girl. Cause I don't. It's time to let that go. Let it go. Hello, God. Jet Jeff, I love you down. And I really dig this outfit, but not for the reunion. I needed something that gave a little bit of color, gave a little bit of oomph. If we're real, let's look. This probably has to be the most stunning environment for a reunion that I've seen so far. Now, mind you, there may have been a season that I didn't watch of LA. I didn't watch the second season, so I don't know what their reunion was looking like. But usually it's giving drapery, girl. Let's tell the truth. Y'all picked a space and you threw some drapes and some plantery, girl. Hello, gone around, honey. Help some botanicals, bitch. Hello. Okay. So all I'm saying though is this has to be the most lit I've ever seen a reunion venue. I needed the girls to really come. Chloe again was the only one in my opinion that matched that aesthetic of the venue, and Donnie. I just wish Donnie would have put a shirt on, but that outfit was cute. But Jet Jeff, I live for it. I heard you say it was custom, and that is cute, but that's giving something else. Like that would look good going to a show or you doing an interview or walking out doing something. But for the reunion and for it to supposed to serve, Met Gala, you didn't even give me prom. You just gave me, I'm shooting a music video, girl. When we're done here, and this is the outfit I'm going to wear. It was cute. I give you all the points in the world for it being cute, but it just was not serving what needed to be served for the reunion. Makeup was T, hair was T, body T. You're T. You're a top tier girl. But for a reunion look, I was not getting reunion vibes from that. Maybe I need to see it full fledged. I don't know. But you kind of get with the dark and vibe, the ambience of it all, you kind of get lost in it. Maybe if you would have wore the shades through and through, that would have gave it a cute little element. But then again, we're not Mary J. Blige, so no wearing glasses inside. But anyway, um, Donnie was cute. I live for the pops of color. I live for the blazer, the pants, the shoes were cute. I just really wish we would have accessorized a little bit more. Probably put on a cute, maybe a gold mesh, Hello God, or maybe some type of really cute, maybe gold and pink mesh to kind of like play on, the colors that you had going on. I got to tell the truth, Mother was actually pretty cute. I live for the pearl situation. I live for the veil. I like that she went with the natural. Honey, hello, God, it definitely was serving truth and justice. I was here for the outfit. I was here for, well, you know what would have made that outfit pop more? Is if it was taken in a little bit more and you had a cape on. Oh, girl, the way you would have served with a cape. Girl, yes, you would have came in there serving Judge Judith Shineland, honey. Period. Okay. Yes, God. Um, this is what I want to say. And I'm a big bitch, okay? I'm what they call in the community a big girl, a biggin, okay? I have a little weight to me. And this is something that I have talked about on my platform before. And I'm not trying to be mean. It's going to sound mean, okay? But I'm really not trying to be mean. I am not trying to be mean when I say this, okay? Okay? Big girls. Just because you are fat and you have man boobs doesn't mean that you should be wearing like strap stuff or stuff that women would wear because they have tatas, breasts. I have a big problem. Y'all didn't even at least try to wear a push-up bra, a filled bra, or stuff them bitches with newspaper. Try to make them even. Like get a prosthetic or whatever it's gonna be, girl. If you're gonna do a piece of fashion that requires breasts, hello God, like Glenn and Jayla, I don't want to see just because you are fat, you are producing male boobs, and you think that gives you the right, the privilege of walking around here looking a mess. Because Jayla and Glenn were the worst dressed, in my humble opinion, the worst dressed. Green, no. Girl, it was definitely giving Wicked vibes. It was giving down to the thrift store. It was giving last minute pick. I put no thought into this. No. But I don't expect much from Jayla because as it relates to fashion, she has not given me no wow factor or any type of fashion since this whole season. She just plays on her big girl weight to try to pull off some type of pull up dress or summer dress or whatever, girl. Like let's tell the truth, girl. They be doing that. Remember, I used to get on Reese about that, girl, because Reese used to love to pull it. But there was something about Reese that could pull it. Let's just tell the truth. But sorry, Jayla and Glenn. Glenn was serving single mother, single auntie. Glenn, I just feel bad for Glenn because I think we caught Glenn this whole season at a very rough time. And I don't think that it's fair. So hopefully Glenn is getting his shit together and maybe he'll be able to grace our screens later on in time when he's ready. But I just think Glenn was just going through, like someone threw his life in a dryer, hello gone, and it just was on perpetual go. No tea, no shade. It's just the truth. Okay. Period. But I just have a big problem with the girls that are out here wearing these clothes. And it probably could be cute, but Jayla, you have a gut. You have a gut. Did you at least try to put a waist trainer on real quick? Suck that in real quick so that you can give the dress a little bit more definition. You gave the dress body. And dresses like that already have too much body. You got to accentuate. There was no accentuate. It was giving last minute. Like I didn't even care. So that kind of threw me off. It kind of threw me off a little bit. So, I guess whatever, girl. Markel, I was very disappointed. Let me tell you something. It looked like you just got finished with a meeting down to the accounting office, child. You trying to help the girls down to the IRS fix their tax problems. I was very disappointed because I've seen you and I know you can dress. I know you can dress, bitch. So the fact that the host himself was sitting up here looking like a Fortune 500, business owner, which is cute, but it just was not giving. Like if the blazer could have been bedazzled, you could have done something with a pop of color, girl, like something. You look like the bartender. I love you, Markel, but you got to get this work too. You got to get this work too. I need a little bit more, especially with a venue such as that. The venue let's just tell the truth, consumed the cast and their fashions. I was more so focused on this beautiful, beautiful venue versus I was lost in the venue. I should have been lost in the cast, and I wasn't. The only person that served truth and justice was Chloe. And that is the consensus. I've seen it, I've heard it. Ever since the photos came out, it's been Chloe ate the girls up. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack. Bitch. Period. Um, as far as conversation pieces go, it's part one. Yeah. Part one, there wasn't much to go on. It was just really Donnie and Jet Jeff were revisiting this fake created. I need a storyline to get on the show. I was successful in doing so. I can finally stand up and admit that now. Me and Jet Jeff are good. So now we realize that Jet Jeff is not the villain everybody thought that he was. Okay? This truth has also been told twice throughout the season. So for the whores in the back that don't seem to understand or see that always want to blame everything on Jet Jeff, especially as it relates to Donnie and Jet Jeff's relationship, we know that Jet Jeff is not a fog brain cunt like everybody thought that he was. Okay? All right. Moving on. Um, Kelly and Mother get into it over the name situation. Like, how deep is your love? Girl, like how deep? Like what why are we about to charge the girls down? Why are we getting mad? What's really going on here? I'm just saying though. I think Kelly at this moment in time, you could have just said, you know what, looking back on it, hearing the feedback, people are absolutely right. Let me just call you what you want to be called. Because at the end of the day, you would want the same treatment, correct? Correct. Now, why is someone trying to go above and beyond the call of duty and look up and research other people's teeth? You know they call that doxing, especially if you release it to the public. No. Yeah. Um, yeah. So I'm not here for that. I didn't see why the energy was there. Um, why was it needed, required, or desired on Mother's behalf? Oh, I forgot Kelly. Kelly's outfit was good, but can I just tell the truth real quick since we're on Kelly? Again, another pudge bunny girl. Like, I'm just over the pudge. Y'all girls, Chloe knows that she has a stomach. Do you know what Chloe did? Chloe snatched that motherfucking stomach back. Chloe put on whatever, however many waist trainers. Hello, gone. Chloe snatched that cat back. Meow, bitch. Hello, gone. These girls sitting around here just letting it hang. Where's my beer? Where's my beer? Girl. It was given, where's my Four Loco and my cigarettes? Hello, God. It was definitely given that backyard barbecue vibes, girl. Like, just like, what the helly? What the Halle Burton? It's upsetting me and my homegirls at this point. Like, I just don't understand. Rachel looked pregnant. Lamont, you got some explaining to do. Hello, God. Okay. Kelly, Pudgiana. You have Jayla. Girl, it's giving if the Little Mermaid ate Flounder and all of her sisters and shit. No, my bad. It's just, girl, there's ways to accentuate. There are ways to do what you got to do, honey. Hello, God. Snatch it back. Period. Kelly, you got experience with TV. Jayla, you got experience with TV. Glenn, you've been on TV before too. I'm just saying, girl, y'all just letting it go. Hold my beer. Girl, I'm just saying though, girl. I'll believe. Let me tell you something. I know we talked about Chloe's balls being exposed or whatever, which we found out that wasn't true. But if it was said about one of these girls, I'll believe it. I can see it in public. They'll just pull them out and start scratching. Cause what's up with the stomachs? I don't know. I just need them to get it together, girl. Like snatch it back, please. I'm just saying though. Yeah, honey, roasted flounder child like a rotisserie chicken. Ate him and her sisters. I'm just saying though. But I will say this though. I'm not gonna lie, mother. I know we may disagree on this, but I actually liked Kelly's hair. I really did. Now I will say I know that scalp was hurting like a motherfucker. Girl, I know that scalp was snatched, honey. That stomach needed to be as snatched as that motherfucking brain of hers was, girl. Okay, honey. Yes, I'm just telling you. That's all I'm saying. But I felt like the hair color was definitely giving Nicki Minaj vibes. It was giving Cardi B. It was giving. Um, I'm sorry. I just the dress choice was cute. Um, maybe if she sat next to Chloe, it would have looked better. But I think she was sitting next to Rio, and all of those colors just kind of she was devoured. But just like her representation on the season, you just faded to the background of life. You weren't there enough, boo. I agree, Tabby. It didn't match. It would have been cute if she would have wore like some of the same coloring that Donnie Moon wore. Maybe if she had a dress out of that same color, maybe a darker pink to match her hair, that would have been cute. Yeah, the seating was definitely off for me. I think because some of the girls may not, be getting along. But color wise, I just think the theme, we need to just go back to color themes because it just looked like a box of melted Crayola, girl. Let's just tell the truth. If you look at it from a whole, it's like, girl, this 100,000-degree weather that's out here burning the kids alive, girl, like a Michael Jackson Pepsi commercial, bitch. Okay, Reeve it Aligo, honey. That's what it's giving, girl. Melted Crayola. Okay, blended. And I think that's it, really. What else happened? That's it, really. What else happened? I really don't. What else happened? Shit, I forgot. I'm gonna share the link. Y'all can come and share your thoughts. Maybe you can bring up something that yeah, Mother and Kelly went back and forth. Mother definitely, I don't know what it was, girl. Maybe she was on an edible and she felt like her high was being played with or she was being tried. Maybe in her mind it was bigger than what it really was as a viewer. Like, because all that hooping and hollering and Dario having to come and, walk through the set a couple of times, I didn't, as a viewer, I didn't see it being warranted, to be honest. Yeah. Honestly, the seating was Chloe and Jet on either side of Markel. I know that they wanted, the first chair. I know that means something, but I really think it should go with coordination. Oh, I forgot about Tedley's child. He was a girl. I forgot all about Tedley. And let's just tell the truth, girl. Luckily, from the waist up is how I'll remember him. Yeah. From the waist down, I don't know. It was giving Pie the Sailor Man, bitch. I was over it. But Tedley, he always serves. If he would have wore long pants, like I would have definitely been here for Tedley. But like that whole, and I don't know why he doesn't get rid of the hamburger look. We have a guest. What's up, Devon?
Hey, YB, hey y'all. Honestly, this was a good reunion. To me, it was good just to see the action. But I would say, fashion wise, I was confused with the theme. I was confused because hearing people talk about, oh, it was Met Gala, it was Met Gala. I'm like, okay.
Let me just tell the truth. Can we tell before you begin your commentary? I just want to say this. The theme of this season has been based on, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. That's the theme song. That's what it's given, especially for this particular venue. These girls haven't even served Met Gala throughout the season. What makes you think they're going to be able to serve Met Gala for the reunion? It's okay to just sit here and say, we know that we're dealing with the girls who are economically challenged, because that's the very real truth. Let's tell the
Right.
truth. I'm economically challenged. I'm not talking shit about nobody. I'm just telling the truth. Most of these girls lost their jobs in the middle of shooting, filming. So my thing is, I don't expect y'all to do Met Gala shit. It's okay to just go down to the thrift, go down to the Ross, to TJ Maxx, find you some shit that's color coordinating, and just say, hey, we're just gonna do color coordination for our reunions moving forward until we're starting to deal with people who are at that caliber to be able to give us Vanderpump in our HOA.
No questions. No, I have nothing to disagree on that. I do feel that I feel some of the outfits were spot on. Like we knew this was what they were going to wear. Like prime example, Mother, this is going to be his look. Chloe, we already knew her look was going to be stunning. I kind of felt that it fits their personalities, but for some of them, like it just didn't go well. Like Tedley, and I don't know if y'all really, I don't know if you even really saw this. Tedley's hairline in the
It's
photo was shifted. It was crooked. I don't know if no one caught that, but I kept looking at the picture and I'm like, it's crooked. Um, I have nothing to say. I mean, if it's crooked, Lamont, your outfit, I didn't like it. Um, your pants was it was too short. It wasn't tailored right. Um, what else? Rio looking like Mario. I said this on the actual live of the episode. He
girl,
looked
he's
like
like
Mario.
King Cooper.
He looked like Mario. It
King
gave
Cooper.
Mario. Zesty gave stank, and it wasn't like a good stank. It was like, mm-mm. It it was also the way how they were just coming at Chloe like so hard for what? Y'all didn't give this energy towards her throughout the whole season until the very end. But what was the issue? What was the real reason?
I think too, because sometimes looking back at stuff, I said this in my review when a while back, and I think I talked about this with Chloe too on live a couple of times. Like, it is her business to talk about what she wants to talk about. Is it wise to publicly tell people on a number of occasions that you're on the run, knowing how this world operates?
Yeah.
People that don't even know you, just because they don't like you, just because you. What if you rub someone's friend the wrong way? There's a lot of crazy people out here who
Mm-hmm.
they don't know these people personally, but that's their favorite, that's their cousin or their sister in their head. So look at what's going on with Nicki Minaj. You'll have a barb that'll do some research real quick and will literally get you messed up by law enforcement. Like, people will write letters to your local, jails and judges and the courts about you, and bail bonds people, or whatever the case may be. So I did understand why, but I feel like Kelly could have came at that with a little bit more tact and grace. If there's really some concern, say it like I'm saying it, like, just let you know, don't be surprised. I would like you to be more careful in the future, because, like, just saying you on the run and publicly saying that all the time, if you know how to,
People can come after you and everything like
yeah,
that, or your
or
friends, your
blackmail you,
family.
or hold something against you, or just anything. The good news is we don't know her real name.
Correct.
Period. So at the end of the day, that's the thing that's saving her. But I would definitely lay low, seek some type of legal counsel to see if they can behind the scenes help you get through this situation. That way you're not, because life is a big motherfucker, honey. You
Mm-hmm.
enjoying yourself, life is looking good, and all of a sudden the U.S. Marshals, hey girl, how you doing?
Yeah. I will say this too. Also, the name debate, the name conversation, that it was. How can I say this? It was so long, just like the Jet Jeff and Donnie beef. It was just so long for no reason. I understood what Mother was saying. That's his name and everything like that. Kelly sat there and said, "Well, I would have known your name if Jet didn't say X, Y, and Z, B, and C." But I'm not gonna lie, I knew Mother's actual name too from his social media. So it's like whether you found out through someone else or not, But if he says his name is Mother, refer to him as Mother. Just be respectful. I feel like that's the biggest thing out of all of this. Just be respectful. Respect people boundaries. Respect people name. Respect them. But the simple fact that you're over here overcrossing and overstepping those boundary lines, he has all rights to lash out. Like, and I like you, Kelly, but I feel like you lost the battle. You lost the battle. You lost the war. Just take accountability, and that's the one thing you did not take at the reunion. You didn't take no accountability with that particular part.
Right.
Now, Mother, you getting? I feel like honestly, Mother was already on 10 already at the beginning of the reunion, and respectfully, rightfully so. But I would have thought he would have had more vitriol. I don't know why, based on how Jeff and Mother had this energy the whole season, you would have thought he would have that energy towards Jet. He had that energy towards Rio and Zesty.
Well, we got to see in real time their beef, and we got to see their reconciliation during the season when Jeff enlisted Mother's help for styling. So we got to
But does
see
that
that
mean?
relationship.
But does that mean that oh we cool? Because again, these are things that I've noticed also not only on the show but off the show. Chloe and Jet and Mother are tagged in memes or reels or something like that on their social medias, and it's like that's cute and all, but are y'all like cool? Are y'all not cool? I'm confused because it's confusing to me. To me, it's confusing.
I think there's a mutual understanding, and like Markel pointed out in our interview, was that he didn't like the fact that they had a private group chat, and a lot of reconciliation moments went on when filming wasn't active. So unfortunately, I feel your frustration because I said the same thing to him. Like, I need to see if we're going to see this beef and all this tension on film, I want to see the reconciliations because there will be moments like we saw when Jeff was chilling down to Rio's situation with Zesty. And I'm just like, hold on, previous episode, these girls are plotting to beat your ass and throw fish plates in your face. So
Love.
how did we get to this point? Like and then Jeff tells me, oh, we made up, we were in the car smoking and we ended up making up. Okay, but I didn't get a chance to see that. So as a viewer, I need all of those dots to connect. That way it translates better.
Mm.
And that would bring some type of completion. I agree. The same thing that happened with Mother. Huh? Yeah, not all of it is outside. It's like small. But yeah. So child, I do agree. There could have been a lot more, especially moments that as we look back on this season, that were wastes of time, like the whole Lamont shit. Like we could have just deleted him from our experience altogether.
First of all, I forgot he actually, mind you, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I thought he wasn't gonna show up to the reunion. Rio and Zesty wasn't gonna show up to the reunion due to y'all not showing up for the last scene. To be honest, with everyone when what is it? Trey Howard was there, so I kind of forgot you were there. I forgot he was there. At the same time, his energy on social media doesn't match the energy on the show. You fade into the background. I'm also disappointed in Lunel. My bad, Glenn. Um, love him down, but he just it wasn't. I don't know. It just didn't feel like he fit with the show. Like, what was he here for?
You could tell Glenn was definitely going through a lot. It showed on his introduction photo. Girl, you got off of whatever job that was after walking 1,000 miles in the snow and 1,000 miles through the desert in that business outfit, girl, that was wrinkled from head to toe. You was tired, you was through, you were over it, girl. Life was lifing, but you already signed up to do the show, which I commend. You handled your business and you still showed up to the functions, and that's cute. But at the same time, if I were Glenn, I just wouldn't have came. Like once I know we can't ever predict what's gonna happen to us, and maybe he was up, honey, and it was stuck when he signed on the dotted line, and maybe something happened. You know what I'm saying? At a
Right.
couple of moments afterwards, you're like, "Girl, I'm obligated. Let's do this." I don't know.
I think that's how Jayla felt too because I honestly Jayla dropped down from main cast to supporting cast. She disappeared. She came back. She disappeared again. Left functions because they were just being childish. But she fulfilled her obligation at this reunion, even though she was in that wicked green. But
Child, I agree.
I kind of don't feel what was the purpose of certain folks on this again. Like I said a while ago, use the show to for your benefit.
I
Certain
think
folks
they
said
oversold themselves in the interview process, and maybe Again, what do I always say? Delusions of grandeur is in our it plagues our community. Like the girls have these inflated senses of self, and they get mad at us reviewers when they get on the screen thing. In their mind, they're bigger than the program. In their mind, they're Bey, Nicki, Beyonce. In their mind. But when that shit is displayed for public consumption and you start to hear the thoughts and perspectives of people like myself, now they get mad, but then they slowly come down to reality, like, oh, maybe I'm not as big as I thought, or I'm this girl that I thought I was. Because no, I don't know. Either it's coupled with lying just to get on the show, circumstances happening, or it could be a pinch of everything.
Child, who was lying was Donnie the whole time.
Yeah.
And I remember he did an interview way before his time on this show even began, talking about Jet Jeff and BBC and all this whole conversation. And I had a gut feeling he's trying to get onto the show next season. And Lord behold, he's on the show next season. And his beef with Jet Jeff was the reason how he got casted. Like, let's be honest. If y'all wanted Donnie on the show, and again, I have nothing against him, but if you wanted Donnie on the show, why didn't you have him on the show in the very beginning when Jet was on the show? When they collabed or something like that. Now you want him on the show due to this so-called rivalry or drama, which was not a real thing. Like, I don't know music. I don't do rap. I don't do R&B. I don't do music. But I do know if someone puts a diss track or something like that, it's not towards you. It's towards someone else. Why do you think it's towards you? He didn't say a name. He still didn't say a name. It wasn't towards you.
I
So
don't even know why he continued to try to be mad in the reunion, because if we look at the episode where Jet Jeff was dressed like Karen Morizano, whatever her name is, from Mob Wives, when they came in there with security girl with fur coats on and Donnie was spazzing around, Donnie, that was exposed in that moment. So to carry that on through the season and into the reunion as a defense is crazy work to me, because it was already exposed that you basically Jet Jeff cleared it up. Hey, this song, if you look at the timestamp of my song being dropped, had nothing to do with you. And on top of that, he admitted in that moment with Jet Jeff that the reason he got on the show was based on foolishness, lies, and fakery when it came to trying to jump on the tail of Seven and his beef in the prior season.
mm-hmm.
Remember, he started sowing the seeds of discourse. And even I said it in my interview with Donnie, too. So there are multiple moments throughout the season on public platforms where he has admitted this. So to carry that same vigor to the reunion, knowing that that's a truth that you admitted to openly.
Yeah, I'm confused.
It's
Now,
crazy.
more so, I'm very much interested as to why is it a 3-part reunion?
Yeah, I'm a little disturbed by that too. When I saw part 1 of 3, I was like, girl, so if
I'm
that's the
curious.
case, Markel, I'm gonna need you to hush the girls up then. Because you would have thought, I thought we were getting to part 2 and Mother started stomping out the pews, child, about to get the offering plate and smack Sister Mary Clarence with it.
It was Ondario in the footage being security. I was like, oh, here you go, Mr. Security,
Yeah.
CEO being security. Don't it gets flashbacks to what I think. What was the reunion being security? It was
Was that Lauren England when her man and that other boy was beating the hell
that's
out
what I'm
of her?
thinking of. I'm thinking of season 3. I'm thinking of that reunion. That was a mess.
Chasing Atlanta?
Yes.
Honey, that will forever go down in history, honey. That's when they said, that was the moment they said no more public reunion. Honey.
Which I'm not gonna lie, I'm sad that Dallas is now closing. Which honestly, they came back with a better season than they did season 5 to me, due to actual like likable characters, and certain characters actually have story, and we've seen their growth. However, I do believe that people had their pink slips given out. I do only see 4 out of this current cast returning, and
Who?
okay, so I see Jet returning regardless. I see him returning. Chloe, who is a fan favorite, I see her returning. The 2 that I do see returning is also Donnie and Mother. I see those 4 returning.
Okay.
I
That's
do.
my that's how I feel. Okay.
Like, I feel we can build off of those four characters. We can potentially, no shade. I see Robert returning at some capacity. Or no, did he move?
I'm not going anywhere.
Or did he move? I think he moved, or I don't know. I think he moved, but I would love to see him come back. And maybe add a few new Dallas players in the fold. But other than that, I see those four returning from this current season.
Yeah, because moving forward, we need a cast that we can grow with. And I think the only fear that I have is that, and I'm not trying to put this out into the universe, and I hope that Chloe does see this. She needs to take care of her legal situation because what I don't want happening is she's built to be the fan favorite, and then something ends up happening with her legal situation and she gets locked up. And
Similar to Kendra when she came on the show.
exactly. So I just really want that to be taken care of because I'm not going to lie. I love Dallas. That's my baby. That's my heart. I love Markel. I love what the show's been able to do. But I need a cast that I can grow with. And
Yeah.
I think between Donnie, Jet Jeff, Mother, and Chloe, it's possible.
Yeah, I do see
Both
those
make them your
four.
primary focuses. See if they got some homegirls that have things going on around them that can be a sense of stability too, but still, play the part given. And let's grow from there because the brand can only be successful if we're growing and investing in these people emotionally. I'm not gonna lie, I actually would like for them to bring Dior back.
But Dior has his own show.
I know that, but I think Dior, if we can get Dior to do more in terms of showing, because Dior had a lot going on during his tenure with Chasing, it just was never showed.
Yeah,
So
I feel like his
if we
last
can get Dior back, Trey Howard, permanently.
now. I do feel due to LA coming back, if they could pull the fact that they pulled Hershey to come back to the platform, I definitely see Trey joining LA. I do see that. Of course, I see what's his name, Fly King Eye, who got endorsements, brand deals, all that. Well, I think he has body butter. Is that what he has? Body scrub or body butter?
And child, he's one of the first people to sell. I think he did over like $1 million or something like that.
I'm like,
They
damn.
celebrated him a couple years ago for that.
I'm like, damn, okay now. So I feel LA got I feel like Trey will go with LA. I do see him doing a few little cameos here and there to Dallas, but I see his actual return fully coming into LA.
Oh, and we need Barbie Bankrose back.
I feel like Ariel should have came back this
Yeah,
season
definitely.
due to her connection. I think Chloe said it. I think she said it with you. Her connection to the show had to be with Ariel because her and Ariel used to
I
be.
think they might have been too scared to have too many trans women on the platform at the same time.
Why
But to be
not?
honest with you,
Why?
looking back at the season, though, probably because there was an expectation that these girls were going to be doing more, and you know what I'm saying. So let's not, because we already know when the trans girls step into the scene, usually they're delivering more than anybody else when it comes to their chasing.
Well, I will say that I don't want to say that to be incorrect with a few points, but I would say in a way it was kind of disappointing to hear that because Atlanta had a few trans women on their show on their recent season, and it wasn't a lot of certain ones weren't really working or weren't showing up. Now they were putting.
I didn't watch that last season of Atlanta.
You said you didn't watch that last season.
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh dang it! Never mind then.
Yeah.
Are you excited for Atlanta to come back too? We don't
I
know.
heard that it's new. It has some refreshing stuff and basically almost a new cast. So I'm willing to definitely give it a watch. I'm doing my whole anything that Chasen is doing for the season or whatever. I'm gonna definitely be getting into it. I've also gotten into the Twan Therapist show. It was actually cute.
I actually I want I listening to him got me thinking of going back to therapy or going to therapy just because like I mean why not go to therapy, get your little voice heard and everything like that. And it's so crazy. Folks are really saying, "Oh, his show is not going to be good. We don't need a therapy show." Child, we do because the fact that his show is it's a cute show. It's a real cute show, and it's not just personal with him, but we also are getting certain individuals who actually I would hope they had to sign a certain contract or documentation to get their story or get their therapy session recorded and on this platform. So It's cute. It's real cute. I'm excited. I'm excited for Chasing. This Chasing Reality is doing their thing. Um, yeah, I honestly have nothing else to say other than,
What's up, Savion?
oh hey. So
Well, yeah, I definitely. Yeah, they need to. They got a lot of work to do. I feel like it's the issue that I have is when I watch the Twan therapist show, right? I'm looking at it as like, oh, people aren't ready. When I look at my platform and people know that I do talk a lot about trauma and healing, and I talk about very real things that happen in emotional intelligence, all the things, right? You know, processing grief, things. That's basically what the bulk of his first episode was about. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm just like, the reason this show will not be supported like that is because these queens, these girls down to the LGBTQ community, the majority do not want to face the mirror and actually be ready for that. You got to look at, even though I know a lot of the older girls, like I'm 37, and I think me and Twan are around the same age. So when you look at stuff like that, like, are these girls mature enough to even want to watch the show, let alone do the work that's required to understand the show? Because you can't just watch this show and don't understand therapy. You can't just watch this show and never have thought to yourself, you know, damn, maybe do I need help, or have gone through things. And the crazy thing about it is, though, the bulk of us have been through exactly what was displayed in this first episode, but a lot of the girls would never try to confront the feelings behind that.
right, right.
So, will the show be successful? The way that it's shot, beautiful. I mean, the quality is
First of all, he
amazing.
shot this. He shot. I follow Andario. He shot this in like maybe a week, a weekend or a week, and I might be wrong, but it looked good. I wonder what cameras he's using. I'm curious.
So, it's probably a pilot season. It's probably a couple episodes.
Similar to Orlando, but I
Yeah,
that
like
would
Lauren England. I think she only had a few.
you will keep your foot on thy neck on her.
Let me
Like,
tell you, forever and ever and ever. I'm starting to loosen up now because if I continue on another 5 years, then I'm going to be sued for harassment, child.
and not her chicken shack is now shut down. I mean, her restaurant was shut down.
Girl,
Damn.
that was shut down a while ago. I reported on that like 2 years ago.
Oh my
I'm
Jesus.
sorry, I was in the bathroom doing my
What's
hair.
up? How
So
you doing?
I'm doing
How are
fine. How
you?
are y'all doing?
I'm
Good. I can't wait for your show to come out too.
My
hmm.
show?
Yes, you're on. Aren't you on my? Are you on my? No, you're not. My bad. I'll let you on the show. My bad. I'm so sorry.
Oh. I just came over to contribute to the conversation that y'all was having because I'm typing in the comments and my fingers started hurting. So I said I might as well.
Well, what
What's
are your
up?
thoughts?
So chasing Dallas as a whole, because I really haven't got up on no panels and said shit in the past like 4 or 5 months. I've been to myself. I don't think the season was horrible. Could have been a little bit better. I just feel like it was too many people. I think we all can agree with that.
Yeah.
As
Mhm.
far as the people that I feel like should return, this is why I feel like should return. I'm gonna say why. I feel like Donnie, Rio, I would say maybe Chloe. I just think Chloe should kind of like show us more of like her chasing side more. She has the personality for it. She definitely shows up and does her part as a cast member. She's in the mix, and it's not a bad thing. I feel like Lamont should get a chance to come back and show more because he does have a chasing, and I feel like the whole Lamont situation when it came to the whole, he's not showing his thing or whatever, like the whole race.
Hello.
Sorry, the damn thing cut off on me. But that stuff came after the fact, and I feel like it all goes back to the producer. I feel like Markel didn't really do that much of a good job producing certain people because I feel like Markel was a little bit on the friend level instead of being more of a business person. I think we all can see that. I
Mm.
also feel like if this is chasing, I feel like everybody that has a chasing and actually has like a business that actually can do something. Because Jayla's actually a content creator. I think Jayla should come back too, and I feel like Jayla should step it up more with showing more content creation. And I feel like the people who actually have stuff going on, like Donnie, Jet Jeff, Rio, um, Lamont, Jayla, like I feel like, because I see a lot of people like, oh well, this is chasing, like y'all should be showing y'all chasing this and the third, but then it's like we got people that are just there for drama, which I think Mother is a good um weight when it comes to the drama, and he gives personality. But it's like I also want to see more from Mother when it comes to the chasing side, because this is chasing, and I get that some people can be planted there for like drama purposes or whatever, but it's just like, what are we doing? It's just kind of just like there's certain people that could have more scenes, but again, it's more than like 10 cast members, which it should have been maybe 8, and maybe some people could have been friends of the show instead of being main cast members. I think we all can agree on that. But I also just feel like the producer, can do a little bit more better with producing the cast members the right way when it comes to their stories, when it comes to the plot. Even though the cast members are responsible for showing their, chasings and submitting their scenes, and it has to make sense, but it all goes back to the producer. And it's not pointing the finger solely at the producer, but the producer also has a hand in that as well. And I feel like the people that actually have stuff going on, that have businesses that we've all seen, and a lot of the people that I did name have showed personality, have showed drama, have showed their work scenes, have showed that they show up to work scenes and act their part as a cast member business wise. And they seem well to work with. So it's like I picked the well rounded characters. As far as everybody else, I don't know. But I would pick that cast and just work around that. That's just how I feel.
Hmm. Interesting. Well, York.
No, I one of the things I agree with is the production aspect. I vocalized this before when as it relates to Chloe's situation. We filmed her having a FaceTime conversation with Kelly that was foolishness while she's doing her chase. We didn't get to see that process. We didn't get to be informed on it. I know all of us can click on a YouTube video and learn how to make shirts, but while we have a cast member here that's in the business, that's on a chasing show, let's highlight that. We can listen to the conversation while we're watching her, or just say, you know what, let's take this time to dive in a little bit more in depth into Chloe's business, how she does what she does, what she's been doing, things like that. Like, there are definite moments in it where it's like, we can expound a little bit more on what these people are doing. We wasted that scene with Kelly, and nothing ever came to fruition when her holding the roundtable meeting, child, with all the girls. Nothing even happened with that conversation later on down the road. It wasn't shown in the season. Nothing came to fruition. We just wasted time. Mother, granted, she lost a job there. You can't plan for that. You had us see a venue talking about skirts. It didn't happen. How do we as production say, okay, we didn't get those moments. Let's delete that from the experience because it makes no sense. And let's see what we can do about making up for it by filming the girls that actually got something going on and really diving into that, because you're going to always get your mess anyway. But the premise of the show is chasing.
I will sit there and say also, so I think I heard this before. They do have well, just for Dallas in general, you can have a bunch of cast members, but out of those, like let's say 12 cast members, I would say you might see only 4 or 6 of them actually producing what needs to be done on this show, or utilizing this show for its
But
namesake.
I think what it is too. I hate to cut you off. Markel did say this, and a couple of times I've heard Jamar even speak on this. These people are presenting what they're going to bring, and then when it's time to film, they're not even being truthful about that. Again, I also blame production for that because we need to do our due diligence. But at the same time, if these people are promising this, and let's just say you did a cute little search on social media and they are the bringer of whatever it is they say they're chasing, and then they don't bring that on the show, how do you recover from that?
Yeah,
So
it's like basically you. I'm not gonna say you hired someone, you gave them a test film, but you hired them and you think they're good, but they're not producing any like results that you said you were going to produce. So like if you say you're a hairstylist, but obviously you do any hairstyling like
that's
anything.
what used to piss me off with Dior. Like, we know you're this grand legend girl, but we only got to see you twist up a braid, girl, and that was about it. The rest of the time, it's you getting a shop that we never got to see bring to fruition. I've seen it plenty of times on these platforms, and it does upset me and my homegirls because we need to see that aspect. It's important, especially
And
the girls who claim to have a name. That's why I felt Jayla fell short. You're this grand poobah girl, and I hear all these things about who you are and your legendary status as being a content creator, but I'm not seeing that. I just get to see you do some girl's makeup real quick and film it. Didn't even get to see a finished product. Same
Or
thing
even
with.
or even if you don't mean to cut you off, or even if you sat there and did like a round table, how to do like content creation, do a workshop or stuff like that. Most of these content creators I be seeing on TikTok, they do the same exact thing, and they get hella likes, hella comments, hella saves. You're not. I'm not saying that you're not doing that. I don't know if you're doing that. I don't follow you. No shade. I don't follow everyone, but it's like you're not.
And if that's the case, make me want to follow you. Show me on the show why I should be following Jayla Marie, why I should be following all of these cast members. Show me, Lamont, why is your what is your spray? What does your toilet spray separate you from? What does your barber skills separate you from, girl? I just want to know. Tedley, why should I come to you to buy property when we've been shown this girl? You'll send the girls out to Never Never Land and get us lost in translation. We need a compass to get back to land, child. To back to civilization. And like we need a little bit more when it comes to these girls, and even the girls that slam they don't know how to navigate the system. They all know we're too far in the game not to know and have done. I want to apply for this show. That must mean I know about this show. If I don't know about this show, let me do my research on this show.
Or watch the show, watch the series, watch the franchise, so you can be accustomed to said show that you're signing up for. Don't just sign up for the show just because I want to do something fun.
I
No,
want to invest in y'all emotionally. That way it keeps me around to want to support you even when the show is off. That's why certain people can fuck with certain people, because they're consistent not only in their chase but who they are outside of the chase.
but then also here's another thing too. Now, even though a producer's job is to produce, and I'm gonna say the cast member's job is to sit there and submit scenes, both parties are at fault for certain things not to come out the way you would imagine it. The cast member is at fault for not doing what they had to do, and the result is, hey, certain scenes aren't shown, or it's not making sense to said story. But then on the producer side, you're at fault due to sitting here filming the scene, yet you're not including the scene in any parts of the season, any parts of the story, and it's like it's just what was the point? Like, and that's why I say Glenn. I do feel like Glenn really was chopped liver this season. He came off of Rookies. He was on Markel's own show, so it's like you migrated from that show to this show, and I didn't know nothing really about you that was different from what I heard from you on Rookies. You get what I'm saying? Like it like the migration didn't really integrate right.
But that's why I'm saying Markel, because it's like this is somebody that you grabbed from a different show that already had experience in the web series and is probably familiar with chasing. If I was in Markel's seat, I would have been like, okay, what are you actually trying to show? Like, this is chasing, and there's a lot of people that could have had your spot, and I feel like you're not bringing it. Like, yes, you're being around for group scenes, but it's just like you arguing with Zesty's big ass is not enough. Like, you need to like that's what he should have done. That's why I feel like Markel is too busy on the friend shit instead of the business aspect. And I know we all see that. So we can say the cast members all we want, which we can hold them accountable too. But again, it goes back to the producer. Because
No,
it's
I
like,
hold
all
them all
right,
accountable.
this could have been, I'm not saying that you aren't, but I'm just saying like this could have been, this is more so like a two-on-two effort. But I'm holding the producer accountable. Cause
Yeah.
I feel like Markel brought some of them on because they're his friends, and it's just no.
Hmm.
No, I definitely agree. I think it's both. It's a little of both, and I think too, in the face of challenges, people have to learn to regroup, and just sometimes you got to bite that bullet. I think overall it was a good season. It gave what needed to be given, I guess, on that level. But there definitely is a lot of room for growth. Hopefully, we'll see that growth in the next season. Um, I think they do sit back and they do pay attention to what people say, especially if it's consistent across the board, because I think that's something that we've been yelling about for a lot of the franchises, specifically Dallas, even when Reese was a part of it. There needs to be a certain level of consistency and professionalism, because why do you think that season of Atlanta went down in flames? We sat here and trusted our sisters, our homegirls, instead of being business professionals and making sure that these hoes are, treating this thing like an actual job, which takes me to my next thing that I always yell about on here. We have to get to that space of paying the girls and having legally binding contractual agreements that are notarized by your local notary girl. That way, these girls have an incentive to want to actually come on and do a good job. And maybe, just maybe, with the incentive of compensation, you can get a higher caliber of cast member. That is what you might get even more people applying for the show, but I guarantee you'll find more quality. It'll give you more time to filter through, because what I think is what it is you probably get this group of people that apply, and like Markel even stated in our interview, that looking at the people that were applying, they were bringing nothing but foolishness. So this was the pick of the litter when you think about it. So it just makes me question, okay, you got a lot of buffondas applying, and none of these girls can follow through. So this is what we get. Not saying, they're all just chopped liver, but that's kind of what it is at the same time without being shady. It's just the truth. So if
Mm.
we can find a way to pay these girls a decent wage, or a decent, maybe a stipend, or make some kind of concessions, and also keep it all the way professional across the board. It's okay to, like Mona had to hold Jocelyn's hand when she brought her in. I get those moments. But to be full on friends, it kind of blurs the lines. And then you wonder why a lot of these girls feel that they can disrespect you the way that they do, i.e., Lamont, when he felt like he wasn't being, dripped in the best light. Girl, you got to put more effort in if you want to be seen.
Also, another thing, I'm not gonna lie, that
Yeah.
really, to me, that really tanked this season. Even though it was a good season, but I feel like it tanked certain people's personalities, and it wasn't really shown. The simple fact that most of them did not do interviews. That was one of the key things. Most of them didn't do
So
interviews.
they wanted to be paid.
That's what I'm saying. Like Lamar, paid for what? What are you producing that requires payment? Let alone, I've never heard no one who's new in this world of reality TV. You have to get paid to be on an interview. A YouTube
honey,
also.
honey, I've interviewed the legends of web reality, girl, producers, executive producers, creators, owners. Girl, please, I will not be, no.
But that
This is for, I
it
can't speak to anybody else's interview style, but how I come at it is, girl, we finna get these girls emotionally invested in who you are. That way we can bring them to be consistent viewers of the platform and supporters of you. And that it may not always, but the point is to relate that into a sale.
hmm
So they got to do what they got to do. You already doing a free platform, boo. You already driving from Tyler, Texas, all the way to the depths of Dallas to film these scenes for free, bitch. And you still didn't do a good job of highlighting your business on the way you should have. Let's tell the truth. You let
like
your little homegirl with her buffonda hairstyle and her flaky ass scalp sit here and bring you drama versus filming your event. Come on now.
But let me ask you guys something. Like, when it comes to chasing, like, what is your definition of chasing? Like, what do you want to like see out of the castmates? Like, when it comes to their working scenes.
YB, you go first. This your channel. Go ahead.
I say this all the time. My definition of chasing is in process. You are not there yet. You have not arrived, but you are beginning that process of taking it there. Because let's tell the truth, a show should be there to promote what you are hustling for. When you have arrived, you no longer need the show. So you're on this show because we're seeing your process. So for Chloe, walking us through the T-shirt, what inspired the T-shirt? If anything inspired you, if it was just a money, or you did the research and said T-shirt making businesses do well. Okay, walk us through your process. I want to see you. Did you purchase that LLC? Teach the girls something. Educate while also living in your failure of it too. Because even me as a business owner with my own situations, I've experienced the rise and I've experienced the fall. I've experienced what the hard work that it takes, and also learning about everything in that process. We get a lot of these nail techs and hairstylists, but what is your process? Come to find out, most of these girls have no stylist certifications. That's why they don't want to go public. Why do you think we never saw all roads lead back to Lauren England child with no real hair degree or hair cosmetology degree, no license from the state? That's why we couldn't see her actually do hair. We saw her flip a wig every once in a while, and she couldn't even do her own hair when she needed it the most. So we got a lot of the Dior, same situation. love her down, but it's the truth. Where's the salon? We can't see the salon because is it true that you might not possess a license to have the salon and you don't want to draw unwarranted attention? So we needed that process. Stop getting the bootleggers and the girls that are operating in the darkness of the night, like Macy Gray doing backyarding and abortions. We're not doing that, girl. We need to see the process of the chase. This show is to inspire other LGBTQ people that say, you know what, we are alike, we look alike, we've experienced the same things. This is what I'm inspired by, seeing this person in their process, the good, the bad, and the ugly, period.
Okay. So, not to piggyback off of YB, but honestly, I want to see the hustler part. Like, I want you to hustle your way to the top. Like, I want to see, like, again, your beginning, your middle, your end. What inspired you? What is the process? What made you want to sit there and continue this? Did you lose inspiration? Did you find inspiration? All of these things at the same time. Also, when I say when I say you're chasing your dream, also with chasing your dream, you also have personal relationship with certain individuals that are influencing you to achieve your dream, your family, your friends, your relationship, all of those things at the same time. I know half of y'all got 9 to 5s. Showcase, hey, I'm really over here struggling to make my ends meet. That's why I'm doing this. At the same time, I'm making sure that I've had my bills paid or to do this. Like, I feel that that is literally how I feel chasing is. Like, hustle. In one word, hustle. Hustle your way to the top. Show us your hustle. If you're struggling, show us you're struggling. Show us you're on food stamps. Show us you're over here eating ramen noodles before you get paid. Show us. Like, I don't see why that's so hard to showcase your real life. You're not famous. You got 1,300 followers. That don't mean you're famous. That just means you're popular on social media, but you're not in real life. Show us your real life.
I feel like this. I feel like when it comes to chasing, I feel like you should be showing somebody that what you're already established in like your business to promote something that you already have been doing for years and you want more visibility because you feel like you're not at that stage. And I also will agree with YB when it comes to like something that you're starting to do that you want to take us through the process and grow. I will say this though, when it comes to like Lamont and when it comes to Rio, when it comes to Donnie, Jeff, and hell, even past cast members, Astro, I will say Lamont does haircut, and he was able to capture somebody who I don't believe is really all that famous, but he is the son of someone who is a legendary A-list artist. So we don't even know if Lamont has ties. He probably does have ties to Kirk Franklin, who he could have reached out and been, hey, could you like come on this show and like let's have a conversation? That could bring views. That's good for business and publicity. And then on top of that, he also had a commercial that actually was showed on Chasing. So I feel like he showed his chasing. I just feel like he just wasn't involved in as much as drama and in the scenes that everybody probably wants. And when it comes to Rio, Rio has the reckless dolls. We've never, as far as I've watched Chasing for the past 8 years, we've never had anybody that has like their own like entertainment group of like the Reckless Dolls. I've never heard of that, and I feel like he's had business meetings with them, and he showed like what they do with that their actual events. And I feel like that was chasing to me. And I also feel like with Donnie, his music career, we have so many rappers and so many other people. And yes, he did come on with the foolishness and the drama, but then he flipped and did a whole 360. And even in the midst of that, before he started transitioning to showing that softer side, quote unquote. He was showing how he does his music videos. He had people in his personal life, on screen with him. He was doing the damn thing, and that's why I feel like these people were well-rounded characters. Now, as far as Chloe, um, I feel like her personality is okay, but I feel like because Chloe has showed like more Chloe on outside, like on platforms and stuff, and I feel like because her and Mother have been the only people that have been doing what they were supposed to be doing, which is to be on platforms, which is their job to get them pushed out there for them to get publicity. I feel like a lot of the cast members have failed to do that for whatever reasons. I don't know, but I want to see more chasing from Chloe. And even she has walked through us her personal life. And I will say this, I feel like, I think one of y'all said something like show us your personal life or show us like your struggles and stuff. But I remember when Astro had done that, when he claimed that he was homeless, which a lot of other cast members have done in the past, everybody like clowns him, judge him, and all this other things. But when it came to Chloe, it was kind of just like this whole like we're just gonna praise her. But it's just I don't know if it was like I don't know if some of the viewers are giving like colorists, but it's just I'm be honest, that's just kind of a little bit what I see. It's like we want them to show them their struggles and stuff, but when they do it, it's the like constant drugging and all this other stuff, and it's just like it's certain picks. So
When
it's
it
just kind of,
when it
huh?
comes to when it comes to Astro's situation, the personal aspect, like when it came down to his brother and his mom and the family dynamic, even when Jet Jeff did it, I'm all here for that kind of stuff, right? But when we dive into the world of the homelessness, and yes, I get that people were dragging him, but people also have to look at it from how a person is acting. And I think the bulk of the reason, especially why I was dragging him, and not for that particularly, but like you can't be on here trying to be Mr. Shady and you're doing all this stuff, but girl, you need to worry about you ain't got no you ain't got no place to live. You need to your priorities are messed up. I don't want to see. I'm going to be real here. I understand it's reality, but this show is also about other things too. If you're homeless as a viewer, your priorities are messed up. You don't need to be applying for a show because the show don't pay nothing. It may bring awareness to your situation, unless you want to throw up a GoFundMe for a bitch real quick. That's fine, but that's not the goal here. You should be chasing. You know what I'm saying? You give us a little bit of personal, that's fine. But don't be yelling out I'm homeless, but then still be a shady girl and try to act like you're the best things to slice bread. You will be read for filth. In your personal situation will be read for filth. Because as a viewer, it just comes off as if your priorities are messed up, girl. You can't be on here yelling at the rooftops of this, that, and the third, and then and then we talk. Look at Chloe. She out here. She got no real job like that, but she's been surviving on her own, doing her thing, doing everything she got to do to hustle. And if you want to bring us in that a little bit, even if it may be, certain things might be frowned upon by law enforcement, honey, you're doing what you got to do. So if I can highlight just a little bit of that, that was done the way I feel like it should have been done. But for Astro, with the kind of attitude he entered these spaces in, knowing that you have all this stuff going on, like, girl, you got to get it together before you get on here trying to read these other girls.
I hear you, but I just feel like I just look at it from like different angles and aspects and try to look at it from all perspectives instead of just my own or like any like revenue. But it's just like I feel like I mean that's just how I feel. I mean, honestly speaking, I mean, damn, I lost my train of thought. But it's just like, yeah, I just feel like I do feel like some people on here did show chase, and I feel like they did the best they could. I do feel like the people that I did name should come back, and I just feel like there were people on this season that did contribute good in drama purposes, but just like some spots could have been filled with other people. I'm gonna just keep it real, and
No,
So,
I agree.
so I
some
want to.
spots could have been filled with other people, and I just feel like again it goes back to the producer, and I hope for season 7 it just be a little bit better. But I just I just that's just how I feel because I was talking to somebody on the phone about this. I said like Chef Pablo when he first came on the scenes, I think he did an excellent job and he did it the right way. He showed his family. He didn't
Yeah.
have to. He showed him being a father. He showed his business. He promoted it. He really kind of stayed out the drama and he showed his personality and he became like I don't want to say a fan favorite, but and you know what? I think YB just said something earlier about people getting paid in stipends. Let me tell you something. I had just said that earlier to somebody on the phone. I was just like, listen, I feel like the people who come on first, I feel like everybody should come on for free. But I feel like whoever really showed their chasing, like a Rio, like a Chef Pablo, or like a King Payne that actually like knocked it out the ballpark for real. I feel like the second time they come back, I will put my stipends and I will put my energy into those people. And that doesn't mean that if they get paid, because we don't know if they could get paid and then they could fall off like, well, I'm getting paid, I ain't got to show shit, and they could start doing the bullshit. So it's like, if I was in Dario, I would have been like, okay, well, that doesn't mean just because you getting paid that this is like a stable thing. Like, you got to keep this to earn it. Show me why you should keep getting paid because there's somebody else that could be way better than you and they could be deserving. So don't just think just because you're getting paid because of the stuff that you did last season was great and now you feel like, okay, well, I could bullshit because I already did my shit and I'm an OG. Like, no, keep doing that. Show me why you want to be paid. That's what I feel like should happen. But I'm not in Dario and I'm not pocket watching him. So.
So I would say this honestly, like to even that is a good point for that stipend and that payment. And that's a great idea. Honestly, how I would even like retool it is actually the whole first season. Everyone comes on free, of course. Your second season, whoever is returning, you will be paid. But however, anyone who is new coming onto the platform, you won't be paid. Now, this is where contracts come into play. You cannot discuss you being paid on the show. You cannot be discussing you're being paid because it shouldn't be talked about in the
Why
first place.
not? What? Let's give the girls an incentive. If they know you're getting paid, it might force them to want to do better.
Now, I'm saying it as in like in a way how someone would say, "Oh, well, I'm getting paid, but you're not." Let's say I'm an OG, but someone coming on for season three isn't getting paid, and I'm.
I agree with that. I also said that earlier too. I said I wouldn't even tell them that, don't even mention that you're getting paid. But we know what it is. But if you fuck up, don't think that I will pull the plug, as Daria would say.
But then also, I do feel like also we need to. I always wanted them to do a chasing con. If Bravo could do a Bravo con, Chasing could do a chasing con. We have all these shows, different spin-offs, different pop personalities, different folks that are in the community. I have no clue where they could do it. That maybe Atlanta, maybe Houston, maybe Dallas. I don't know where, but let's utilize that. Let's actually put an investment for that. No shade. We could do a GoFundMe. Do that. I mean, you can do a GoFundMe for almost anything nowadays, but that's a great reason why you should do one. You want to sit there and pull from the community, make something for the community, do that. But it needs to be.
They need to be linking up with their local LGBTQ like resource centers. They, like I said a while back with Reese. Reese's the president of that situation in Dallas. Like we should be pulling these organizations and these people that are these businesses that are LGBTQ friendly. They can sponsor your seasons, your episodes. You can. There's many different ways. Building the community connection, sponsorships, people that want to invest, whether it's silent or whether it's donation. Like there's ways to really go about doing it, especially for chasing, because it's not like some rinky dink where you have to question the GoFundMe because you don't ever, this person has no real legitimacy. They have legitimacy for the past 8 years, I believe, in all of these franchises across the board. So come on now, we need to be building those connections with those, because let's tell the truth, we're into the gay poor bag. Do you know how many high elite rich folks that are in our community that probably would write that check to see us grow and become
Mm.
someone that might want to invest? Look at what's the guy who brought back what's the girl's child? Damn, what's their name again? Noah's Ark.
Carlos King.
Carlos King, you got
I
those
was
kinds
thinking,
of people.
I
Like
was thinking about
they
Carlos.
might want to take your platform to the next level. Like these people could want to see something because they're at that stage now where they're beyond just producers now. Now they got their own shows, or they're about to seek retirement soon, or they want to see their funds and they want to see the community be uplifted. And that can only happen by way of investment. So they got to do that kind of work. And I think they have the connections to at least start on that journey to get them where they need to get to if they just, play the cards the right way.
Right. And all good things are being said. Honestly, I do feel like it's ways to do this, but it's just like how can I say this? I can't just put it all on one person. And I feel like I know some folks will be like, "Oh, you're putting it all on one person." No, it's a team effort. Now you actually have a team. You have a fully stacked team. Let's
Not necessarily.
well,
It's
okay.
it's it's a
It,
little
it,
more complex than that. It's not really solidified actual team of actual professionals. If memory serves me correct for Dallas, there's more help, people that have a little bit of experience in the field. It's just more leaning on friends and social circles to aid in bringing this whole thing together. But again, I think everything is about learning. I remember when I had heavy critiques for the previous season, I had to really sit back and think to myself, like, I was really coming down hard, and I still kind of do, but I have a little bit more understanding because, like, they're working on limited funds, limited resources, limited situations, and also too, I and don't mean any disrespect when I say this, but we're dealing with a group of queens who have egos that are involved. I love these people. I have a respect for Andaria. I have a respect for Markel, Reese, all the girls, but they also live in the world of delusion. So to them, the final product is a masterpiece. not realize that sometimes that the viewership is not going to think the same way when we watch a show. So again, you have a public platform and you're producing a show, you need to understand that that's going to come with critiques. And I think that since I've been in this game since chasing reality became reality, hello God, that's been a consistent concern, question, and opinion throughout their existence. And I think that they need to listen to that.
Let me ask y'all something, because I want to switch gears real quick. I want to talk about the after shows because I have a lot to say about that. How do y'all feel about the after shows before I go in about that?
Okay, so my bad. I don't know if we want to go first. My bad. Don't want to overstep no toes.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so how can I say this? The after shows, I kind of don't see the point. Honestly, I don't see the point of them no longer. I really don't. At the same time, I don't understand why. If you're gonna be doing an after show, be honest about your scene, how you felt in the scene, and everything like that. At the same time, sit there and carry the full truth, and not just sit there and piggyback off of what someone else sat there and said. Sit there and get your lashings, how we felt on this week's episode and previous episodes, and understand that what you did was wrong, and you can't get mad at us reacting to them. Now, at the same time, too, I love Markel Down. You cannot be facilitating these after shows. I hate to say it like that because you being in them and you have the cast members talking
Thank
and everything like that,
you.
it makes it look like you said that friendship relationship, all that. No, I need again professional. Like how I think one of the cast members had their after show at their house or something like that by themselves. Yeah, it needs to be a solo after show. If it's a solo after show in the thumbnail, a solo after show with the cast member. I do not need the producer, the executive producer. No, you supposed to film these girls, put it out there. The after show is live. Let them have their shine. That's their shine, and take their lashings. Don't explain it for them. Don't explain why they didn't do this, why they didn't do that. Oh, we're going to dive more into deeper questions. No, that's the audience job to ask them deeper questions. So yeah.
I think that I know the goal is like whoever had the bulk of the situations would be the guest for that after show. But honestly, I think if the majority of the cast is in a scene, it to me it just makes sense to let them all just come up and do it as a panel. That's let's review it all together. That way, it can be a little bit more entertaining. Let's tell the truth. So let's just say, for instance, as it relates to the scene with Tedley and Mother hosting that finger painting class or whatever that was, girl. When they were hosting that, why not have Tedley, Mother, and who else was like the big talk in that particular scene? Like, bring these girls up to talk about the episode. If we're going to do an after show, let's do it with a lot of different personalities that can make the show fun, because I don't want to be bored. I don't watch the shows. I only watch it if I need to do a little bit of research for a particular situation. But 9 times out of 10, once I'm done with the show, I don't even like watching the after show, because as a reviewer, I like to judge what I see in the show. So sometimes if you guys are going to shed light on a situation in the after show, it might corrupt my perspective
Mm-hmm.
in my review, and I don't want that to happen. But if you're going to do one, do it with a majority of the cast and not just one cast member. I want to see a multitude of people on there. Make it fun, make it light. It don't got to be this big old thing, like just make it fun if you're going to do one. But personally, I don't really care for them, to be honest.
Don't you feel like that defeats the purpose of the reunion, though, YB? If they all were to go up there at once,
I mean, like I said, it doesn't have to be all of them. Maybe like people who served a particular purpose to like
that was irrelevant. That was relevant to the scene.
that was relevant to the bulk. Like that scene for that episode that I quoted, that was the biggest scene for that episode. So like let's bring them up and have that conversation. They don't got to stick around for everything to review the whole episode, but just when it gets to that scene, bring them girls up real quick, have that conversation. Even if they currently have beef, it might make it more entertaining. But if you can't give me some entertainment value in it, and it's no shade, it's just the truth. I like to laugh. I just watched an hour of your show. I'm coming into the after show. If it's not giving Andy Cohen whatever that show he has over there, like I need my things.
To be honest, to be honest, I don't mean to cut you off with all heart. To be honest, the group chat needs to be doing these after shows, or reviewers need to be doing these after shows, because the simple fact that
Clock it. I agree.
I think like the group chat. I'm thinking like the group chat can be like the washer happens live after the episode airs. Get
Mm.
having a star from Chasing Dallas come on with another guest something like that. Like make it look like you just said. You have fun. You have segments. You have shade. You have tea. You have stuff that's happening, and we're just asking the questions that everyone wants to know. And are you ready? Are you this? Are you that? And we can utilize those same clips, post that on the Chase Reality YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff, and circulate that. Talk show, podcast, all that stuff is popping right now. You can utilize that, but at the same time, we can be saying this right now, but at the same time, it might not be.
Child, I only want to do all that if we're gonna have a cast to grow with. If it's a new bitch that I gotta get to know, I'm gonna need a little bit of time. Like I don't mind the oversaturation if it's people that I'm enjoying. Like when Nene and the girls were going on their press runs, I didn't mind because girl, they were 18 seasons later. These girls were still around. I don't mind if it's gonna be the anchors and if it's gonna be situations where I get to grow with these people. I'll only be that invested and come back to view these shows and whatever little podcast they might do afterwards, or I'm only like Chloe capitalized. Let me make a YouTube channel and let me do this because I'm the hot topic. I'm the it girl for the season. The girls live for me. And I can see her coming back for future seasons. You're not gonna do that with a girl who like Glenn. Girl, we're not invested. Girl, we're not looking forward to seeing you. It's no shade. It's just the truth. You know what it is.
I'm not laughing at it. It's just like I'm just so he's got a lot of lashings this season because it was like you was just not present and it just wasn't you just wasn't pleased. It's
And
like
it's crazy because I could see myself hanging out with Glenn, having a drink, kicking the shit, laughing at these pathetic hoes for acting overreacting. I could see myself hanging out with Jayla. Girl, what's tea? It's just y'all are not bringing what I need as a viewer for a show.
yeah. And
I feel like I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say that they're B cast members. They're not main cast members. So even for them to be shown, it still wasn't enough.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like the chasing panel should be the after shows for chasing of all the cities. And I feel like it should be switched up. I feel like it should be six people up there. And these are my picks. I feel like it should be Carl, Jeremy, myself, YB. That's four. Who are the other two that I had in mind?
How are we gonna tell Scotty what to do with his
I'm
panel?
about to say.
I'm not telling Scotty what to do with his panel. This is just in my own little world. Or let me just say this. I feel like Chase and Reality should have their own panel then. Have their own Chase and Reality panel then. That's just what I'm basically saying.
Oh, okay.
It don't gotta be Scotty's panel. He could have his panel. But I feel like Chase and Reality should have their own review panel. And they should, well, say, I don't know if Scotty got a trademark, but I wouldn't take his name. I'll just call it something else. But I feel like Chase and Reality should have their own review panel. And I feel like the people that should be on there is, again, myself, YB, Carl, Jeremy. I forgot the other two that I was thinking about this the other day. I forgot the other two. Damn. I forgot the other two, but basically I feel like those are the people. Oh, I would say Harvey.
Hmm.
Like I would say the actual people that actually sit there and review and will tell it how it is, not sugarcoat, be respectful, and actually give commentary. And this is not a shade to, Jamar and anybody, because I don't want people saying, oh, well, you're just saying that because they're, but no, this isn't, has nothing to do with them. But, and I also feel like when it comes to the reunions, I feel like they should have an audience where it's just only reviewers that actually review the show and that are interviewers of people who actually interview the cast members because we know how to keep it in check. We know how to keep our mouth shut. We know how to stay in our seats and not yell out. And we know how to keep professional.
Hmm.
That's just a little something to just pick at someone's brain. And I feel like with the Chasing review panel, I feel like we should have, like what YB said, have the cast come up. And I wouldn't say all together, but I would say one by one. Because again, I feel like that defeats the purpose of the reunion. Because like now we just talking about it. But I feel like a guest should come up for like maybe 4 or 5 minutes and counting or so, and then yeah, that's it. That's just how I see it. But
I really want them to utilize the chasing panel because they get not only they get a bunch of they come on literally right after the episode airs if it's on time. And they really do like they dive into it. Jeremy definitely dives into the pits of hell with these questions with them him digging into them, and I understand that this is literally what I feel like this is the true after show. I hate to say it like that. This is the true after show because we're literally talking about the show. We're getting our own perspective, we got our own opinion about the episode, and we're talking about it, whether it's an hour or 2 hours, try to get off of the hour mark. It's the fact that that right there is the after show. And I really do wish that I wish Scotty, Dario collabed for that. Like honestly, like be like, yeah, the Chasing panel is the official after show for Chasing Reality for all shows. So, hmm.
My creative juices are flowing. I definitely can see both sides to this situation because it's definitely it would definitely be a game changer moving into the new realm of chasing because something will have to be done to switch things up moving forward. So, and that would give what needs, requires, and desires for progression in that aspect later on down the road as we walk into the newness of what chasing reality is trying to become. So, yeah, there definitely should be a little bit more connectivity as it relates to the platform and reviewers and other, especially people who have, been on the ground floor since this thing's been doing its thing. So you got some of the older ones, some of the newer ones, not so newer ones, a cute little mix. I think it could give what needs to be given. But girl, in the words of Homegirl from that old ass movie, I need two sweets. Girl, I need a check, honey. The coin, girl.
I
Oh,
will also say this too. With I don't want to go backwards to the reunion part, but it was audio issues. We're too far in the game with these audio issues, y'all. Too far in the game. It's just like,
oh, the reunion did. I was watching it on my tablet, and I was like, "Girl, I had my Bluetooth speaker in, and then I had my Bluetooth headphones, and I was like, girl, what is going on here?"
I'm like, no, ma'am. It was.
What's up, Andre? How you doing? Shout out to season 3 of Chasing LA coming soon.
Yes, God, yes.
Savion, what is the tea? How many of these do you have?
Mm-mm-mm.
You there?
can y'all hear me? I'm sorry, I was having technical difficulties. What was you saying, YB?
Ooh, child, about what now? You know, I be scatterbrained than a motherfucker, child. I just be spitfire, and then I'll forget everything I just said. You gotta might have to remind me. What was I talking about?
What did you just say? How many do I have? What?
You said how
Oh,
many?
you had like 4 different things in the backstage.
4 different things.
Yeah, like you kept trying to come in like 4 different times. There were like 4
Cause I
profiles.
was trying to comment to somebody, and the thing about it is that they let you connect. You got to connect YouTube and all that. You got to sign in your Gmail account, and it
Ugh.
kind of took the whole thing and sent me back to the actual YouTube ad. So I tried to X out and come back and all that. So
Oh, okay.
it's like a glitch thing.
They removed them. It removed itself though. I didn't have to. So you're good now. But yeah, child. Yeah, I just as they branch out, and they do other things, honey. I do want to see more. I'm very interested to see what you're going to bring to the table, Andre, honey, for season 3 of LA. That's going to be interesting, honey, to see you in the executive producer chair.
First of all, LA had been gone for so long. I can't wait to see what they
Yeah,
bring.
I'm ready for LA to come back. It's been long overdue. Like honestly,
I
Like,
heard Orlando's next, actually, after the Twan Dixon show.
but we just left Orlando.
I feel like Atlanta needs to be legs, or at least LA. I could wait for LA.
Honestly, because of what I heard, the plane crash that was that last season of no, the last season. You can feed that to the cats. I don't care about that.
I can't wait for LA. I feel like that's going to be a bomb season, season 3. Can't wait to see what happens. I don't know. Dallas is about to end. Orlando or LA? Mm. Do you think Atlanta? I don't know if Atlanta should be last.
YB, I got a question. I'm gonna drop down after this. I think he stepped away from the speaker real quick.
Sorry, y'all.
No, you good. There you go, Safion. Ask the question.
YB, I got a serious question. Can I ask you? This is off chasing topic.
Go ahead.
Um, because I feel like you the only one that I would trust with that type of information. Um, do you mind we have a conversation backstage or like through the phone on Instagram or something? Because it's something I wanted to explain to you because I feel like your perspective would be good. But so that question is, if I did something months ago, if it ends up seeing the light of day, are you willing to like review it?
It depends on what it is.
All right. That's why I wanted to have a conversation with you about it.
Yeah, we can talk.
Like after I'm about to get in the shower, but I will call you after and I'll explain everything to you why I asked you that.
Yeah, we follow each other on Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm. We do.
Yeah, you can hit me up through there. That's fine.
Great, because it's a lot of successfulness and divine truths, as you would say, with certain fucking people, and I just
Mm.
He loves to give the truth now. He loves his truth.
Yes, I
hello
do.
God.
Period. Yeah, that's fine. That is perfectly fine. Andre, what stage are y'all in? I heard y'all still casting, or
They still casting?
I'm trying to dig some information out real quick because I wouldn't be doing my job if I wouldn't have tried.
Is Hershey coming back full time for season 3?
Hey, better. I need to watch season 2. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even watch season 2.
I watched season 2. Season 2 was literally it was a better season than season 1. I would definitely.
Ooh, what's up, Neek? How you doing, boo? Atlanta will be worth the wait. I'm sure. I heard it will.
Hey Dominique, hey friend.
Child, come on, chasing reality royalty in the building, honey. I know that's right.
It's so crazy. He came on season 4 and shook up the table. Mm.
Let me tell you something.
Still around.
I'll say this. I've said it before. In the beginning, I wasn't really here for Dominique because it was serving pick me energy as it related to Lauren England, child. Okay, but when he opened up that next season with the foolishness with his boyfriend and the best friend, and he was just so vulnerable. But to watch him in real time, well, not real time because it's recorded, pre-recorded, whatever. But still, though, to watch, that's what I be talking about when I talk about being inspired. Like to take all of that to go from homelessness to losing your man to your best friend. And I want the record to show the way in which both of them would have never been found again in this life. Let me tell you, honey, they would have been lost to the abyss, honey, of their sins. Okay. But you're better than me, girl, because you see how life glowed up and you handled and you stepped forward. Like that is iconic. Like that is what I like to see, not just personal but professional. I've heard all of the great things and have had seen through social media, all the things that you're doing and how successful you're becoming, honey. And I'm here for all of it. And I guess the laugh is on those cunts. Hello, God.
Child, he is literally blossoming like a flower as he is the sunflower. So I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. I cannot wait for Atlanta to come back. Andre, the chasing LA season 3, is Nicole gonna be on it? Yes, we are. Yes. Now, how does that? Now,
Period.
how is that about to work out with him coming back? Is he still under contract with?
I heard he's not. I heard
He's
he's not.
not. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, look at that. Yes,
I'm so tired of Andre and then Dominique with his slacks.
not his slacks.
I'm here for it. I'm gonna why I gotta
I'm
catch up
just
on
playing.
my
I know
my
they know I gotta bite them sometimes when I go up on panels. I gotta pick at them.
yeah. I'm definitely gonna recap season 2 and season whatever that season was of Atlanta that I missed.
The recent season 6.
Yeah, I'm sorry, like King Kane and Oliver Twix, they just I can't with those bitches. I
I
just can't.
I can't wear Oliver
Why
no.
be? Why can't you?
I just King Kane, like even though I didn't watch the season, so I can't really judge too much, but from what I heard, he was serving what he's always been serving. Foolishness and faggotry on a level that's beyond. And then Oliver, I've just never liked him. I just can't. I just don't see it for him.
Wait,
I,
this is new. When did you never? Why?
I've always publicly said that about Oliver. I don't like that bitch.
No, I don't like that bitch. Oh my gosh.
I cannot stand her, honey. She's built like three 30-year-old dykes. I don't have time for that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I can't. I can't deal with her. And it just made it even the nail was in the coffin when that foolishness came out about her and Q and their filthy mouth and their deceit and foolishness towards Andario on the
I didn't
platform.
understand that. Like, what we have? What we complaining about now?
That my thing is this though. The one thing out of everything that they try to talk about against Andario, the one thing that I always gravitate towards is the same old song with other people. On Mad Day, people will try to expose you, but my thing is this: you, if this is true, if all allegations are true, you were with it until it no longer served your purpose.
And I hate when people do that. And I say this all
Exactly.
the time on my TikToks on Zeus and now deceiving. They come in my inbox and we be sparring. Like, no, I
Yep.
hold y'all accountable. It's all fun and games when y'all benefit from it, when y'all not the butt of the joke. But when it happens to y'all, now I'm a victim. That Me Too shit. Like, pick a side.
I don't know,
Cause
bro.
I respect the people that stand up and be like, okay, well,
So wait,
this ain't right. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't have no
And
money, bro. Oh shit.
but it's just like, no. And I'm not even sucking in Dario's ass, but it's just like, no. Like, I really feel like that whole situation with the King Kane, I can't say that Oliver's lying, but it's just like the whole campaign he tried to do after the fact with the whole don't review the show and this and the third that he's on his channel. It's like, why? You've been promoting Chasing all this time. Now it's a problem. I would have just, there's nothing wrong with talking to your producer and having it out backstage and then just bowing out gracefully publicly, especially since they hold themselves to this certain figure, like they just Beyonce and shit like that, like, or just bowing out respectfully and just moving on. There's nothing
Honey,
wrong with
I don't
that.
know if this to be fat, but just based on the energy and the behavior, these cunts did their best to go against the grain and intentionally try to implode the season so they didn't have a reunion. Therefore, your bitterness, your anger, the way that you were shown that you didn't like because you wanted to edit it out, you built a situation to where this girl couldn't even have her reunion to get her return on investment while she's trying to invest in y'all. Say what you want about Dario. Say what you want about the Chasing platform producers. In essence, they are the background to your foreground, trying to give you exposure, trying to give you light and love. And this is the things that I get for putting you bitches on. Get the fuck out of here. Ooh, girl, I get mad when I think about stuff like that. Oh shit. I didn't even see you left the building. Y'all gotta stay on the page, honey, because I don't be looking at my phone all the time.
My bad.
Nah, you
I
good.
I literally I saw everything in real time from the episode to the after shows to the online drama to the beef. It was just so it was disappointing. I'm a fan of this franchise, and the fact that that was the first franchise I watched, and you're behind sat there and was degrading everything about this franchise is crazy, and really coming at him. Now this is where Savion, your I hope I'm saying your name right. Your comment about producers being friends, buddy buddies, all chummy chummy with the cast. This is where that conversation comes into play. You can't be friends with these hoes because they will sit there and backstab you whenever they get a chance. And the simple fact that I hate to say it, it was in his favor. It worked in his favor. Jatwan did not sit. My bad. Jay did not feel like filming with these other hoes. You had Tonka and King Kane on an island by themselves against the cast. You had a lot of drama for no reason. That was
Who was
online.
the one allegedly taking things against Iron Will?
You
Was
said
that
what?
who was the one that was allegedly taking things against Nine Will?
I don't remember.
Pulling the Trey Songz. Was that King Kane that did that to Oliver and that's why Oliver got mad? Or was it Oliver that tried to take the cookie?
So from what I'm hearing, from what I heard from that, from rewatching it, from even hearing it, it sounded like King Kane was taking something from was trying to get and holler at Oliver, but in that scene. However, Oliver and King Kane have history back when. So I'm assuming I
These
guess it was
girls be
that
up in
I don't know.
pocketbooks, honey. I
I
swear.
guess it was playful energy, I guess. I don't know, but it just got to a point that I guess Oliver
No, I
got
can
that.
see it. King Kane got that little aggressive cunt in her, and it exposes itself when she drinks a little bit more. I can see her dropping some Quaaludes in the girl's drink, honey. You better watch out. Make sure it
And
ain't bubbling up.
I've been around people like that that get drunk and they get too touchy. Like I've been essayed multiple times
Mhm.
because of that. So it's like if I say no, don't touch me. Just don't fucking touch me.
And
And I
King
get
Like
Kane, when
regardless of the
she's
fact.
inebriated, she starts to really turn into a loosey goosey.
But then
So
it's just really like I don't want to spoil the season for you, YB, but it's just like it's just really well, it already spoiled anyway. But the simple fact that it was no accountability, it was lack of accountability from Kane's behalf. Lack of accountability wasn't there. Then the simple fact that you're just throwing it all on Oliver. You have this hate group come going against Oliver, and it's just like, oh, okay, cool. I guess Oliver's the big target. He's the one that he got sexually assaulted. It's his fault. How you that's like saying I hate to say it, it's like saying for Cassie and Puff, it's Cassie's fault that she got assaulted. What? Okay, here we go. That's where I draw the line at. I might not like Oliver because I hate how he went out
these
sad.
queens need to keep their hands to themselves. I don't, and being drunk is no longer an excuse. All you're
Mm-mm.
doing is perpetuating the same raggedy, toxic, filthy trash that's been done onto you. And these girls, that's exactly why we need Twan Dixon to sit down with these girls and have some therapy sessions to unlock the reasons for this trauma that they are perpetuating onto others because there's something there. Because I'm tired of looking around, girl. We're seeing it all across the board now with somebody with a lot of the girls, and we're finding out that late in the midnight hour, girl, they're getting you drunk and trying to turn you around and take it against thine will. And that's giving us a bad name because they already think we're out here doing that as a collective. Hello, God. That's
Absolutely.
the notion they have against us anyway. So maybe I was spared from watching that season because my reviews would have been explosive.
Honestly, your review would have been explosive literally after, I guess, how can I say it, the very first episode with Dominique versus
I'm
Kendra.
gonna
Oh,
watch. Like I said, I'm gonna catch up on season 2 of LA and that last season of Atlanta. And I'm gonna do an all in all review for the whole season. I'm not gonna do breakdown by breakdown. I'm just gonna give one little video to like main points and thoughts, and that way, at least my followers will know that I'm caught up with that as we move into their newer seasons.
it's just this is I'm happy for this new era to happen. It's a shakeup. I'm curious to hear your thoughts again with binge worthy. Justin Diego being a part
Girl,
of Chasing Atlanta's production team. I'm not gonna lie, I follow him. I love his editing style. But I'm aching for you to do some reviews on Chasing Atlanta. You're the producer now. You're filming, you're editing. I want to see what are your thoughts on previous seasons. Like I don't
well, my thing is, does he have any? Let's tell the truth. How can I trust and hold value to your investment into this platform when you wouldn't even utilize your mega platform to highlight this show? And I said this before and I'll say it again and I stand by it. Love Justin Diego. When I was heavy into RHOA, honey, and I was watching Beverly Hills and I was really into Housewives back then. I loved him. I leaned on his reviews all the time and I would get my life. Not once in that time did I ever know or was aware by his mouth or his platform a message, a post, a like, a share, a comment. I may be wrong because I'm not that invested, right? But you never made it publicly known that you supported the platform. So now that you're here, you never once tried to merge your following to try to give more to this platform and more exposure to this platform, knowing the type of platform you have. Now, the other side of it is, would it have worked? Because it is two different type of aesthetics, but the foundation is still the same. And should be even more near and dear to your heart because it is highlighting Black LGBTQ. So that's my only like toss up with it, and my only towards him is I just wonder, like, girl, what's it all for? Because uh, thank you for joining the team. I love your professionalism. I love the quality of your work. I think that you'll give it that grown, mature, fresh appearance. But I needed you back then, honey. I don't need you now. That's how I feel. You tell it now. Oh, I've always loved the brand, but I've never seen proof of that. Never seen you talk about it. I've never seen you give it a review. I've never get like you said, you want him to review it. You want him to because you never seen him do it before. I've never seen him
That's a true point. I've never seen him do it.
because he hasn't, at least from my knowledge. Like I said, I stopped once I got out of the housewife stuff. I had no reason to follow certain reviewers anymore because that's all they ever reviewed. So, like, I don't watch the show no more. So why am I interested? And then it was a total shock to me. Oh, Justin Diego, yeah, you have the name in the cloud in the space, but maybe if you would have merged your efforts earlier and there was some history there to show that, but to drop this on your current following is not going to bode well. The people need time to adjust to what you would consider your new normal. This is a whole different type of platform, a whole different, it has the same premise, yes, but it's with a bunch of gay dudes. Let's tell the truth. Like, it's going to be a little bit more raunchy and a little bit more everything versus a pristine housewife review. So I needed you to give us time so that we can. The whole point of these collaborations is to help us grow. And let's tell the truth. What are we doing now? I don't follow his page. So is he talking about chasing right now? I don't know. Maybe someone can educate me. But if you're not doing that now to get your current followers that fuck with your chase, I'm not chasing, but that fuck with your Real Housewives stuff. If you're not getting them palated right now and making it palatable for them right now, easing the girls in, then what's it all for at the end of the day? Because I need you to bring what you need to bring, which is your following and then a lot of all the other professional stuff that you bring to media.
You had a strong point. I do feel like it just right now it's his golden time to talk about the show. Like, honestly, that's my opinion. It's his golden time to talk about the show, but you just aren't, or you haven't. So that's where it's like, hmm, I don't know. I don't know.
I hear. Is there anything else you want to say? I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm so tired, child. This cannot be another 6 hour live, honey. Okay. You heard me? Hello. Hello. Devontae. Oh. Can y'all still hear me? What's up, Chloe? How you doing? I'll be live again tomorrow night, y'all. We're gonna get into some things, girl. We got to talk about that girl Nicki Minaj child losing her mind on everybody who don't deserve it. We got to get into the things of the things of the things of the what's going on in the social media space. These streamers, child, they are really getting beside themselves, and they forget where they come from, child. So we're here to remind them, and a bunch of other stuff as well too. So it's everybody else that can't be heard. Okay, that's fine. I appreciate Devontae and Savion for coming on. I really do appreciate you guys and everybody that engaged in the platform. Chloe, feel free, join us tomorrow, honey, and we'll get into some things. Okay. And shout out to Andre and shout out to Dominique from Atlanta. Shout out to everybody who came through. Jace, Hey Boo, and everybody else. Love y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Until next time, continue to like, comment, subscribe, share. Remember that health is wealth and be blessed, never stress. Take care, y'all. Bye. What? I was going to say that. Oh, you can still say it. I didn't end it yet. Say it.
No, you already said it.
Okay, well, we'll end it.